What's up, everybody? It's your favorite hood healer. It's your favorite hood priestess. It's your favorite motivational dominatrix. It's your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, king, LadySpeech, the place to be, and I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world. And you're also somewhere sharing a little time and space with me. So I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It is officially January 28th. And it is also officially the first wolf full moon in Leo, the only full moon, wolf full moon in Leo in January 2021. So you know what that means. It means that your favorite auntie, captain, goddess, your favorite hood high priestess has got a full moon reading for you. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's do this. Now, this is a reading. So this means that I'm going to utilize some sort of tool to divine for you today. And what I've got for you is my oracle cards and tarot. Let me introduce you to these tools. First and foremost, we've got the Goddess Oracle deck in the house. If you are familiar with this channel, you know we gets down with that Oracle deck. The next thing that we have is the Message from Our Animal Guides deck. We will be using this to channel a message or two from our animal spirit allies. We will also be utilizing the Music Oracle deck. I love this deck. Very whimsical, but also usable and practical. And last but not least, we will be visiting the Zombie Tarot. So I hope you're ready to get on down with this here reading. A little bit of house cleaning before we get into it. This right here is labor, my loves. It's spiritual labor, community labor, free labor, love labor, creative labor, labor. It's labor of a black femme, of a black woman, of a black they, them, of a black he, she. Yes, all pronouns are appropriate here, baby. All pronouns are appropriate here. And it's labor. Respect the labor by showing your verbal appreciation. Make sure you leave a comment if this is doing something good for you, but also if this is aiding in your life, if this labor benefits you, if you have benefited from any and all of my labor, well then show your financial appreciation. Always feel free, always feel empowered, always feel energized to show your financial appreciation. My Cash App is LadySpeech. My Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. And my PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. Now, I did a little house cleaning. I told you who and what we're working with in regards to tools. Also know that I will include each and every deck in the comments, so you don't worry your pretty little head if you have forgotten already the decks I am using. I will make sure to include these in the comments. Now, gather your snacks, put me in the corner, tuck me on the dashboard, do what you have to do. Relax, get cozy, and let's get into this here full wolf moon in Leo reading. All right. We're going to begin with the Goddess Oracle deck. And the first goddess up with the message for us is Ishel. Ishel is all about creativity. On this here full moon in Leo, on this here wolf moon, we are being guided. We are being instructed. Oh my goodness, so much light, so much exposure. I don't know if you'll be able to see this card, but trust me, this is, here we go. Ishel. bringing to us a message of creativity. We need to fall into creative expression. We need to give into our creative self. Now, we all have artistic capabilities. We all have a space within us that is capable of creating something wonderful and beautiful. Some of us are meant to create words and poems and songs and lyrics and paintings and sculptures and dances and choreography and all kinds. There are all kinds, and meals and rugs and clothes. There are all types of ways we create. Some of us are meant to create for the masses, for a lot of people. Some of us are meant to create for our villages, for our communities. Some of us are meant to create for our families. Some of us are meant to create just for ourselves. But creation belongs to all of us. It belongs to every single one of us. And creation, first and foremost, is about sustainability and expression. It is about emotion. It is about emoting, pouring ourselves into. Ishel comes into a reading under this full moon in Leo to remind us to create, to remind us to express, to remind us to give into the poetry. Write the poems, darling. Write the poems, cook the food, okay? Make the things, color in the coloring book, create the collages, do the dances, okay? Create. Pour yourself into some type of artistic expression. Sometimes we create things that live forever, that live for years, that live for decades, that live for centuries. Sometimes we create things that only last in the moment. Chefs, good cooks create meals that exist in the moment. Perfect. They capture the flavors, they capture the essences of a moment, and they bring it all together. And it's something that doesn't live forever, but the memory does, okay? It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter for what reason, create. This is your message to create. Pour your anger, your pain, your angst, your trauma into the creation. Pour your frustration, what you feel, into the creation. Create, create, create. We have Sheila Nagig, and Sheila Nagig is all about opening. Sheila Nagig, I believe, is Irish or Scottish. I can't remember which one. But Sheila Nagig is all about opening. She is bringing us this crone energy. She is opening from her root chakra. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? Sheila Nagig is all about the great opening. Here's the thing about opening. You cannot receive unless you are open to it, and you cannot release unless you are open to it. And those two things are very necessary in regards to spirituality and regular life. You've got to be able to take in, you've got to be able to eat, consume in order to gain nutrients, in order to gain the life-sustaining things that are going to help you, in order to receive love. You've got to be open to it in order to receive sustaining nutrients from food and water and environment. You've got to be open to it. You've got to take it in order to take it in. You have to be open to it. If you want to get rid of waste, if you want to get rid of poison, if you want to get rid of things that no longer serve you, you also have to be open to that. You have to be able to be open to that. You have to be able to open and release. Sheila Nagig comes to remind us that if we want to let go, we got to be open. If we want to receive, we got to be open. If we want to let go, we've got to be open. If we want to receive, we've got to be open. 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 Open up that closed heart and let yourself be loved. Open up yourself, empath, and let yourself release. Open up and let yourself receive. Open up and let yourself let go. Both require that you open. Let's move on to the next set of cards. Next up, we will be consulting the message from our animal guides deck. And the first message we have coming up is the seagull. The seagull is all about now is the time for deep emotional healing. When we think about the full moon, it's always associated with emotions and emoting, lunacy, okay, going a bit crazy, tapping into our emotions, okay. The seagull card is about actually doing that, but doing that with intention. Tap into the deep healing that needs to be done. This is a moment in a time where we need to lean into our shadow self, lean into and heal our shadow emotions. Do you have some undealt with anger, rage? It's time to confront it. It's time to process it. It's time to deal with it. Have you been processing some not so fun emotions on the back burner? It's time to go there. Have you been tucking your trauma and your pain, your childhood trauma, your childhood pain, your young adult trauma, your young adult pain in the corners of yourself, your recent trauma, your recent pain? Have you been tucking that in? Well, the seagull lets us know that it is time to unpack it. So unpack it. Confront it. Heal it now. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. We also have from this deck the unicorn. Indulge your creative, imaginative, and magical side through some form of artistic expression. Well. What do we have here? Another nod to expressing yourself artistically. We had Ishel in the Goddess Oracle deck, and we then have the unicorn, which is all about indulging your imagination, all about indulging your creative side in the name of healing, in the name of medicine. Indulge these things, my love. Get into it. Pour the pain into the paper. Pour the pain into the paper. Pour the pain into the song. Pour the pain into the song. Pour it into the song, darling. Pour it into the paper, baby. Pour it into the song, darling. Pour it into the paper, baby. So, it's time to move on to the next set of cards. Are you ready? And for our next set of cards, we will be consulting the Music Oracle. First card up is Bob Marley. This card comes with a couple of statements, 3 to be exact. Number 1, a small axe can fell the tallest tree. I almost said the smallest. A small axe can fell the tallest tree. A small axe can fell the tallest tree. It doesn't matter how small you are. It doesn't matter how much power you have. It doesn't matter where you come from. You have the ability, the resources, what it takes to make a mighty impact on your world, on your ancestral world and legacy, in your community, and in the world as a whole. Never doubt the fact that your voice matters. Never doubt the fact that you following your calling matters. Never doubt that your small protest means something big, important, and significant. The fruits of Babylon are rotten to the core. You know, Bob always spoke to Babylon, the governments as we know them being corrupt at their core. And he wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. So many things that we are taught to chase to be considered normal or worth it or worthy are things that are given to us by societies that at their core are formed by some pretty nefarious things. So just keep that in mind when you pledge your loyalty. Make sure whoever, whatever, be it a nation, a union, a community, a temple, a church, a religion, whatever, whoever, whatever you give your loyalty to, make sure that at its core, it's healing and love. And then the last sentiment is everything that is holy among us. Everything that is holy is among us on earth. Everything that is holy is among us on earth. Everything that is holy is among us on earth. everything that is holy is among us on earth. This is a reminder that the trees, the ocean, the mountains, the forest, the fields, the hills are holy. Anywhere there is nature, there is God. Anywhere there's human existence, there is God. This place is holy. And this is a reminder to create heaven here. It's also a reminder that hell exists here too. But heaven exists here. Let's get into the next card from the Music Oracle deck. And this is the John Lennon card. Not everything you see is a mirage. Not everything you hear is a lie. Not everything you see is a mirage. Not everything you hear is a lie. Not everything you see is a mirage. And not everything you hear is a lie. This card. This card reminds us that sometimes you are told fantastical things, something that is too good to be true, but it actually is. It's true. Not every fantastical, beautiful gift, act of love, act of kindness is a lie, is a mirage. Not every word of love, it's not a lie. This really truly goes out to those people. The message coming to me strong is for those people who have so rarely experienced a kind word, a kind heart, a kind thought, that you have been damaged, that you have been hurt, that you have been taken advantage of so much, that sometimes someone comes to you who genuinely means you no harm. All they want to do is love you, care for you. And you might think that they are out to hustle you or out to hurt you, but they're not. They're not. Not everything you see is a mirage. Not every good thing you see is a mirage. Sometimes the good things are actually the good things. And the folks that have come to love you have actually come to do just that. Love you. If you enjoy wasting time, then it isn't wasted. You know, a lot of times we put a lot of emphasis on walking your path and purpose in life. We put a lot of emphasis on following your calling, answering your calling, but sometimes the purpose of life is just to live it. It's just to experience really amazing smells. Is to hug and experience love as much and as deep as you can. Is to make a lot of art. Sometimes it ain't that deep. And that's okay, and that's the point of life. Sometimes the point of life is just to be a beautiful thing, or to make beautiful things, or to be a person and a being that appreciates or cultivates wonderful, beautiful things. That too is revolutionary, especially children of the formerly enslaved, especially of children of the colonized, brown people, black people, indigenous people, queer people, marginalized people, femmes, women, black trans women, black trans men, indigenous trans men, indigenous trans women, marginalized people, all marginalized people. Sometimes the greatest protest and expression of art is just living, And lastly, peace is the only thing worth hoping for. Peace is the only thing worth hoping for. Peace is the only thing worth hoping for. The older I get, the more I enjoy my peace. The more I appreciate my peace. The better I get at cultivating my peace. And the more I do it for myself, the better I get at doing it for others. Strive for peace. And peace is a thing that is worth hoping for. I would argue with that card and say love too. Love too. All love. But peace, my loves, peace is definitely a thing worth hoping for, worth striving for, worth working towards, worth healing for. All right, y'all. Last two cards of the reading. Up next, we've got the Zombie Oracle deck. Once again, before I get all the way into this, if you're feeling this, if you're feeling me, if you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notifications bell so you can keep up with these here shenanigans, these videos, these lives, these community posts, all of this here. Hit those buttons and those bells and whistles so you can do all of that. Also, if you're getting your life to this, if you benefit from this content of mine, from this labor of mine, show your appreciation in the comments. Let me know. Tell me you love it. Tell me you appreciate it. I appreciate those things. And also, always feel empowered to show your financial appreciation. The Cash App is LadySpeech. The Venmo is LadySpeech Sankofa. And the PayPal is LadySpeechSankofa@gmail.com. All of that information will be in the comments, as well as, once again, the links to every single one of these here cards. Now, let's get into the Zombie Tarot. First card up, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords. What is this telling us? This is all about, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Transition, leaving behind the old things. The old life is the old life. The old life is the old life. Repeat after me. The old life is the old life. The old life is the old life. The old life is the old life. And there's no getting that back. No getting that back, hunty. No getting that back, hunty. New relationships, new dawn, new day. Don't and stop trying to recover the life you had before the pandemic. We're not going back there. We're not going to reverse. Upgrade your desires, upgrade your dreams, upgrade your thoughts, upgrade everything, and leave all of that behind. Write a eulogy for your old self, for your old mind state, for your old thoughts, for the old way you used to move in this world. Write a new story for yourself. Let go of what used to be. A lot of relationships have ended, and that's what it is. So mourn and grieve and acknowledge and prepare for new life, for new relationships. Circumstances, dreams, thought patterns, things are different now. It doesn't mean bad, it means different. Do not strive for the old life. Work to create the new life. And turn everything that was into the fertilizer and the fuel that's going to prop up the new dreams, the modified dreams, hopes, and desires, the new pathway. Do those things. But it's time to let go. It's time to transition. New relationships, new things. We have the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, first the Six of Swords is about cutting things. When we think about sword is like cuts things. You're being asked to cut cords to old circumstances, old situations, old situationships, old relationships. You're a new person. So there are things that just used to be that are no longer appropriate, that can't sustain who you are. They can't sustain the bigness of who you are now. You're a new person. To piggyback on that, we have the Ace of Cups, which is all about new relationships and new emotional journeys. Cups is all about relationships. Cups is about relationships. Cups is about relationships. Cups is about relationships. Cups is about emotions too, and relationships. And the Ace of Cups particularly is about new beginnings. We have first the message to cut things so that we can make way for Prince Ali. Say hey to Prince Ali. But for real though, think about the entrance song in that, you know, as he's entering the land of no return. It's like, you know what I'm talking about. Make way for new relationships. Make way for a new emotional journey. It's time to release, to let go, to die to everything that used to be, so that we can become all that needs to be, so that we can become all we were supposed to be, so that we can become all that we were born to be. The Ace of Cups is about letting go, and to let go, you've got to do that deep work. You got to do that deep healing, which we were told about earlier in the reading. It's time to do that deep emotional healing. Confront your childhood pain, my love. Confront your teenage pain, your trauma. Confront it. Get your spiritual help, your emotional help. Write it out. Create about it. Do the things. Talk to your friends. Talk to your emotional support system. Lean into your spiritual team. But it's time to let things go, because a new life awaits you. And in that new life, abundance in health, wealth, financial wealth, emotional wealth, abundance in all things. But in order to receive it, you're gonna have to let go. I wanna tell you something, and that I often tell you guys, but I want to remind you that. Come here, lean in close. Come here, honey. I'm not gonna bite you. The universe is not a hoarder. If you want to receive, you have to let go. If you want to receive, you have to let go. If you want to receive, you have to let go. So let go. Let go of everything you need to let go of, and all will be well in the end. Now go on and listen to your auntie, Captain Goddess. Go ahead and listen to your favorite Hood Priestess. Go on and listen to your favorite motivational dominatrix. I have no intentions upon leading you wrong. All I want is for your asses to succeed and to learn to show your appreciation for black women and femmes and they, thems who do this work for you, because I am definitely all of that. You heard me now. You know what you need to do. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe bell, hit the notifications button, bell, all that stuff. Keep up with what I'm doing. I want to let you know that I do have a Patreon, so you can look that up. Your favorite motivational dominatrix is making content on Patreon. Technically, I'm starting in February. So, you know, the Patreon is LadySpeech Sankofa. You can just Google that. You know your girl is on OnlyFans. I'm gonna start doing burlesque on OnlyFans, and that is LadySpeech. So go on and look up your favorite motivational dominatrix, your favorite mistress, your favorite burlesque dancer. I'm gonna also read a little erotica to you, a little erotica. You know, that's what I'm gonna do for you. I happen to like erotica, so I'm gonna read a little fan fiction, get a little intimate with that literary porn, that literary erotica, you know. So you do what you gotta do. You subscribe to me everywhere. You look me up everywhere. You know, I'm on Twitter at LadySpeech. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy this season, this full moon in Leo season. I hope you're able to release everything you need to release so that you can receive all the things that you need to receive. And I hope whatever your ritual looked like tonight, big or small, whatever your acknowledgement of this full moon looked like, I hope it is giving you everything you need. So, That's it, that's all. Thank you for existing. Thank you for surviving. And thank you for supporting me. I do appreciate that. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good whenever you encounter this. I know whenever you're watching this, it's absolutely perfect. Have a good night. I'll see y'all next video. Mwah.